Alright, I'm super excited to show you the final promotional prototype of Runeslingers The Awakening. My name is Sebastian and I'm the designer and creator of Runeslingers. This has been a passion project of mine for almost 5 years and now it's finally here. I finally got it in the mail and I'm super stoked to show you what's in the box. So to start off, this is the final size that we decided on. It's as small in form factor as we could get. This really helps with shipping costs, duties, and sort of makes it more cost effective to ship, and it's cheaper for the players. Before we had a huge box, it was like 12 by 12 by 3, and it just wasn't economical, so this is a much better solution. So this, is the front of the box. Here are the sides. And then on the back, got a super awesome little intro to the game, and we've got the contents and the player stats. So it's a 30-minute game, ages 14 plus, and it's designed for 2 players. So let's get into the contents. So when we do the final production copy of the game, we're gonna have a plastic insert, so everything will have a nice place to sit. We won't have this sort of just bottomed out brown box, but right now it's pretty much impossible to do one-off prints that have like a plastic insert. So every box is going to come with a bunch of dice, so you're going to get 10 dice, and you're going to get 8 determination counters to track your Runeslinger's determination. You are going to get one 30-card starter deck for Ava, and those are all of the cards that are in that deck. And you're going to get one 30-card starter deck for Roman. Those are all of his cards. And then you're going to get a bunch of Runeslinger ability and stance cards for all the other Runeslingers. And then you're going to get a bunch of ailments as well. Everything you need for 2 players to play the game. This is the rulebook. So this thing took, oh boy, probably about 2 years to develop. And the problem was it was way too big before, and I did not want to make it one of those small little like handheld style booklets. Those things are really difficult to read and they're not a lot of fun to learn on. So we basically downscaled the previous 24-page rule book that was 8.5 by 11. It was a huge rule book, and we got it down to this really small form factor size. Really easy to learn to play the game reading this thing. It's really clear. We've done a lot of blind play testing on the rulebook to make sure that new players who are picking it up aren't totally confused and lost, because Runeslingers really is a complicated game. So this thing will walk you through everything you need to learn to play the game. So that's the rulebook, and then here we have the Runeslinger character cards. So the box will come with 2 Runeslinger character cards, but they're double-sided, which is awesome. So you can play as one of 4 characters. So even though you get a starter deck for 1 Runeslinger, all you got to do is just change out your Runeslinger, your stance, and your ability, and you can play as anyone you want to play as. We've got 2 little help player aids, like reference card style sheets, and they're double-sided. So on these little guys, we've got the power loss conditions. The power is sort of what your Runeslinger has in terms of life, and once all your power is gone, you lose the encounter. We've got a bunch of common terms that come up in play, just little descriptions for you, and then we've got obviously the turn order, all the little phases in the turn, and then we have the keywords. And that's it. It's a pretty small box, but there's a lot of fun packed into this tiny little box. So that's it for the box unpacking. I'm going to keep it really simple. We're going to go through all the deck lists, all the cards. I'm going to do a video where I go through every single card in the game so far. I think there's about 145 that we've got printed so far. There are going to be more in the Kickstarter. We're going to have a ton of stretch goals. We want to add a whole 54 more cards, an entire new play sheet to the game through stretch goals if things go well. We've got big plans for Runeslingers. If you're interested in joining, check us out on Facebook. Go to the website, subscribe, runeslingers.com, drop your email in there. Super easy. When you do, you get a free print and play copy of the game. All you need to do is just download it and print it out, and you can play with your friends. It contains both copies of the starter deck, so Roman and Ava's starter deck. Super fun. If you want to play online, check it out on Tabletop Simulator. And if you go to the website, you can find a link to our Discord. I'll post that in the chat below. Join us on Discord because we post a bunch of promotional content there. And if you want to play with myself or any of my friends on Tabletop Simulator, just drop us a comment in the Discord, and we'd be happy to show you how to play the game and play with you. Take care.